When you rush to get out of your house, apart from annoyingly leaving your keys, your phone or your wallet behind, the fourth and fifth most annoying thing to forget might be your watch and your earbuds. Well, Huawei have developed a revolutionary solution that gives you a few less things to worry about, and they call it the Huawei WatchBuds. They've taken truly wireless noise-cancelling earbuds and a smartwatch fitness tracker and combined them into one. Now let's address some of the concerns that some people might have about a product like this. So there's probably two things you don't want from a new smartwatch. You don't want it to be thicker and you don't want it to have worse battery life. Well, check this out. So here's the thickness compared to the Huawei GT2 Pro, that's the watch in the middle, and the Apple Watch Series 8. And I did measure the thickness, it's around 15 millimeters, and that's around 0.5 millimeter thicker than the Garmin Epix 2, which is a chunky watch but has no earbuds inside. So I do believe the trade-off here might be worth it for some of you. Now, having worn the Huawei WatchBuds for a few days now, I can tell you from experience that the feel and usability of it is no more cumbersome or unwieldy than an Apple Watch Ultra. If you have particularly thick wrists, this won't look unusual when you're wearing it. And when it comes to battery life, Huawei watches have always been legendary with the GT line, sometimes lasting up to 14 days on a single charge. With the Huawei WatchBuds, it can last up to 3 days, and I do believe that's a real claim because I've been using this quite a lot over the past few days and the battery life has been phenomenal. Of course, if you're constantly using the earbuds several times a day, you could wear it down quicker. But 3 days is very respectable and about the same amount of battery life that I get from my Apple Watch Series 8. So for me, switching from the Series 8 to this, I'm not compromising when it comes to battery life. And another concern that some people might have about a watch like this is what happens if I accidentally knock it against a wall or a door frame as I'm walking? Will the earbuds eject out and fly halfway across the room? So I intentionally tried to get them to self-eject and I could not do it. I even popped the lid and tried to flick the earbuds off the magnetic connection and that didn't work either. So unless something actually manages to touch the exact part of the watch where the button is, then there's very little to worry about. But listen here, here's another question that some people might have. Are the earbuds actually any good? Well, I myself had my reservations when I saw the size of the earbuds, so I really wasn't expecting that much when it came to sound quality. But you know what? I'm going to tell you what I think of the sound quality and it might surprise you, but we'll come back to it a little bit later on in the video. And likewise, when I heard about the noise cancelling capabilities of the earbuds, I was expecting the noise cancelling reduction to be at best, maybe average. But you know what, from my experience testing earbuds, these actually are a lot better than a lot of the affordable noise cancellers that I've tested in the past. And because the buds inside the WatchBuds are so small and they fit so deep into your ear canal, the weight of them isn't offset on the outside of your ear, which means they sit really snugly inside the ear canal, making them perfect for gym or running or things like that. And they are IP54 rated, so a little light rain is no sweat for the WatchBuds and they can handle sweat. So if you're a budding gymnast enthusiast or a bodybuilding weightlifter, I don't know where I was going with that, but yes, they're IP54 and they are suitable for the gym. So now let's run through and get a close look at the Ingenious Design here. The display is a 1.4-inch AMOLED. The protective glass is made from what's known as a lithium aluminium silicate material, better known as 3D curved glass. On the back, you'll see the TrueSeam 5.0 sensor array. That's 5 years of health tracking R&D from Huawei right here. So if you're looking for health tracking features like heart rate monitoring, VO2 max, SpO2 max, sleep tracking, calories burnt, steps, stress, GPS, it's all here in this device. And it also has 6-axis inertial sensors for tracking more complex activities such as trampolining or disc golf. I heard that's the thing. And just like some of Huawei's other wristwear, the Huawei WatchBuds has a classic design with a traditional dial at the side, which is a single button input. It actually doesn't scroll like the GT series does. It's just a clickable button. The crown has clou de Paris details, which looks pretty classy, and that's further enhanced by the full grain leather watch strap that it comes with, which has these really nice light colored threads weaved into it. And if you're wondering about the colors, you can get it in any color as long as it's black. But check this out, if you want to make it more sporty, You can remove the watch straps using the quick release system and change them up for anything you like. And of course, I've looked at the Huawei Health app and the watch face designs that are available, and there's now more free watch faces than there's ever been before, and there's a ton of premium paid ones as well. So you can pretty much make it look however you want. You can just do it. Now let's talk about what's under the hood. There are 21 layers of tech innovation here, and the lid is magnetically sealed. And when you pop the lid, you'll notice that the earbuds are magnetically connected to the lid, which is in fact the screen. And what's interesting about the connection between the earbuds and the watch itself is that there are platinum wireless charging rings wrapped around each one of the earbuds, and this allows for that magnetic charging to connect on any side of the earbud. This means you don't have to place them back in a specific way for them to recharge, although you do have to make sure the tips are facing in the right direction. And get this for a user-friendly functionality feature. The earbuds are ambidextrous, and I do realize that's not the right terminology for this type of tech, but hopefully you get the idea. Each earbud can dynamically switch to the left or right channel based on how you place them back into the watch charging chamber. This means you don't need to look for the small print on the buds to figure out which one is the left and which one is the right, and this will save you time. And as you know, nobody can give you a time back. Well, maybe Kang the Conqueror. So listen here, these earbuds will not be competing for the crown in the Huawei earbuds lineup. However, when you consider the size relative to the sound quality, the ANC technology and the features, I think these might be the best miniaturized earbuds that I've ever heard to date. They're 50% smaller than your average earbuds, and they weigh just 4 grams, and they're incredibly comfortable. They support Bluetooth 5.2 and multi-point pairing, so that means you can connect to your phone and your laptop at the same time. They support AAC and SBC codecs, and the frequency response is 20 Hz to 20 kHz, and that's pretty respectable given the size. And when it comes to delivering the sound, it has a quad magnet amplifier and planar diaphragm drivers in each earbud. And I know this is starting to get real technical, but stay with me here. It'll all make sense in a minute. They also do have bone conduction sensors, active wear detection, and of course the active noise cancelling. There are 2 mics on each earbud, one inner, one outer, and they use Huawei's intelligent EQ adjustment software to tweak the sound based on the ambient noise around you at the time. And when it comes to voice call clarity, these use Huawei's VPU and wind reduction software in an attempt to make this as crystal clear as possible. And I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Okay, what you're listening to right now is the standard voice quality, no background noise at all in this room. And one of the cool things about these earbuds inside the watch is the actual watch doesn't have a microphone or speaker built in. But when you get a phone call, you can take the earbuds out, put them in your ear, and answer the call that way. But anyway, let me know what you think of the voice quality now. Now let's introduce some noise. Okay, so now we got some pretty loud road noise quite close to my face here, coming out the speakers of this phone. Let me know how it's handling that background noise. Is it isolating my voice clearly? How does it sound? Let me know. And now let's take it up another level and introduce some wind. Okay, so now I've got some background noise and some pretty strong wind hitting me straight in the face right now. My eyeballs are starting to dry up. Let me know how it's sounding in this extreme condition. And that concludes the mic pickup test. Now you're probably wondering about the battery life in the earbuds themselves. They have 4 hours playback with ANC off, 3 hours with ANC on, and that would have been enough for my flight from London to Barcelona for the NWC. So for me, these actually tick a lot of the boxes when it comes to just standalone earbuds. One thing to keep in mind though, when used in combination with the watch, the earbuds are IP54 rated, but the watch itself isn't IP54 rated. And that's for a good reason. You really don't want to be locking moisture inside the charging case here. Now, how about this for a thoughtful feature from Huawei? There are capacitive touch controls on the earbuds themselves. So you can actually tap the earbuds, but doing so might actually push them further into your ear and make them uncomfortable. So what Huawei have done is expanded the touch sensitive area to the ear itself. So you can actually tap here or even the top of your ear here to control the earbuds. All right, so time is of the essence. So let's run through what the watch can actually do. Of course, it can play music locally to the earbuds. It has over 80 workout modes, including my favorite, laser tag. And there's even pre-loaded courses and training plans on the watch itself. And it does have that 3-day battery life, which is impressive when you consider the power supply is split between the watch and the earbuds. It's also got GPS and pretty much all of the health tracking features that you get from the GT line, and it's running Harmony OS, so it can integrate seamlessly across the Harmony OS ecosystem, which include devices like laptops, phones, tablets, and other smart home gadgets. And Huawei's health app has come a long way too, and in my opinion, it's one of the most beautifully presented fitness tracking apps that I've seen. The stats are very easy to read, and there's even scientific health advice offered to you based on your personal metrics. And this to me is really a standout feature, because a lot of health tracking apps will show you the stats but don't actually help you make much sense of them, whereas this one does. And you can install third-party apps to the watch, which can actually link other services to the watch like Strava and things like that. And it does have NFC, so you can set up your Huawei wallet. This is region dependent though. Now, coming back to the sound quality from the buds inside the WatchBuds. Now, coming back to the sound quality of the buds inside the WatchBuds, these tiny earbuds did not just exceed my expectations when it came to sound quality, they have significantly surpassed the expectations. They sound really good, surprisingly good, particularly when it comes to the higher frequencies. The details are very present, very clear, making vocals sound very nice. The bass, given the size of these, is respectable even on the default EQ. But one of the great things about these earbuds is you can adjust the EQ, and there is a bass boost EQ if you're into that kind of thing. And it gets better because when you turn the ANC on, everything goes up a level. And if you're wondering about the quality of the ANC, again, my expectations were pretty low. These have pleasantly surprised me when it comes to ANC2, just based off my tests here in the studio. I haven't really tested them on a train or a plane yet, but if I was to give them a score out of 10 based on my experience with noise cancelling earbuds in the past, I would give them an easy 7. So here's what I think. If you're in the market for a smartwatch, fitness tracker and earbuds, why not get them all in one? And you might be thinking a product like this seems a bit gimmicky, but trust me, the WatchBuds from Huawei are not a gimmick. They're the real deal. I could actually see myself using these on a day-to-day basis for business, for leisure, and maybe for the gym if I can ever bring myself around to signing up to one. And think about this. This is generation 1 of this hybrid watch. Imagine what this could look like 10 years from now. Maybe this will be the way. Anyway, I'm off to watch Mandalorian Season 3 and contemplate whether I should join the gym. And let me know what you think of this product. Is it something you would consider buying? Let me know in the comments below. Or do you have concerns? Let me know what those are in the comments below as well. I appreciate you guys for watching this one. I'll see you in the next one. Don't be late.